Hello, everyone, and welcome to another fantastic episode of Was That in Good Taste presents Behind the Bar. And behind the bar today, you have me, one of your hosts, and my name is going to be Chandler. And with me is always the other one of your hosts. And what should we call you?
Just call me James Chandler.
That's me.
It feels so good to be here today. I got my rag. I'm wiping down the bar, pretending like there's customers here.
That's classic bartender style.
It definitely is, you know.
That's muy authentico.
There's no customers here, but there is.
You do like one of those, and then, hey.
Oh, yeah. Spit in the glass.
Yeah, a little spit shine.
You know what I mean? Listen,
Ooh, these are frosted.
if your bartender's not like licking their finger and then rubbing it at the rim of your glass to get that salt to stick, then what are they doing? Don't forget to like, comment, to subscribe. Chandler,
Yeah.
what are we doing today? What?
Well, so as you may know, very so recently, we had our good friends at Shady Knoll Distillery give us some fun samples to pal around with. We deeply bodied the pummel, the French-style apple liqueur brandy thing.
A mixture of their brandy and of their apple cider. 150 different varietals, right?
Exactly. And those same 120.
120, my bad.
I don't want to oversell, but 120, still a fuck ton. And as you guys know, we like to get a little creative, get a little fun, get a little festive.
Get a little funky in the bedroom.
We have a cocktail that we found that utilizes two of the main things that Shady Knoll gave us, including their apple brandy and their single barrel rye.
Oh, if you don't remember, we think their apple brandy is something special. One of the few.
It fucking rips.
Yeah, it definitely is one of the few kind of like spirits that it tastes like it has apples in it.
Yeah. No, their apple brandy fucking rips. Their single barrel rye also fucking rips. We also have, still on hand their standard rye, batch 5, a very good rye. However, I think the way this cocktail that we're making, kind of is just very so spirit focused. I want to emphasize the single barrel rye and the apple brandy. The cocktail we have today, James, and I'm really excited to try it because
I'm wet, I'm hot, I'm excited.
It's derived from a local bar, Milk and Honey, which they've been out of business, or not out of business. I don't know if they've evolved or gone, but anyway,
bad luck, huh?
Milk and Honey, which is now Attaboy.
Yeah, I know Attaboy.
And the cocktail that we're about to feature persists to this day at Attaboy.
They still make it here?
They still keep making it. It was developed in 2006 by Michael McIlroy and Richard Baccato. 2006 at Milk and Honey, what is now Attaboy. And also, there was a sibling bar called Little Branch Bar. But these are all kind of things that are in and around Manhattan.
I feel like people know Attaboy.
Yeah.
If you're
in the cocktail scene.
Oh my! I feel like if you just hit Google or Yelp, I feel like Attaboy is kind of popular.
It's like Death and Co. Fucking the Rabbit one and Attaboy are probably like your top.
Go
on
TikTok.
Google searches.
Go on TikTok, type in bars in New York City and Manhattan. That's what you're gonna get.
You know who else is really big right now? Is it's like Schlump or Shlomo, or like it's something that's vaguely Yiddishy sounding. Schlurp.
Chandler Phillips is Jewish. Don't forget. Don't cancel me.
But that one's on like the Upper West Side, Upper East Side.
You can't say things like Yiddishy and Jewy. Okay.
I didn't say Jewishy. I said Yiddishy.
Yeah, but you implied it. Okay?
But all right.
Yeah, he's Jewish. Nothing to do with me.
So anyway, I think we ought to announce the cocktail.
Oh yeah, I'll take the $8 $pack. APAC is not associated with Shady Knoll. That was a joke. This is the end of the joke. This is where the cocktail begins, Chandler.
I just want to circle back. The place is called Schmuck. All right, it's called Schmuck.
That's real New York.
Yeah. So
Look
I
at this
wasn't.
guy. Look at this schmuck over here.
I wasn't crazy, and that also is pretty Yiddishy. Anyway, the cocktail we're going to be featuring tonight that utilizes spirits that were provided to us by Shady Knoll Distillery is called an American Trilogy. I don't know if it's named after the Elvis song or if it's just kind of a fun, happy accident because the cocktail traditionally uses 3 American-made spirits.
He's thinking about it now. Hold on, he's thinking about it.
Well, so okay, the OG, the original,
the OG,
is rye whiskey, New York,
baby.
Applejack,
America, baby.
and Reagan's orange bitters. Is that right?
That feels like New York.
Is it?
Not New York. That feels like America. This is America. Don't catch me sipping. I feel like
What?
one of the listen.
No,
all I know.
Reagan's, not Reagan's.
No,
Just
yeah,
wanted to-
Reagan's.
But yeah, it's real, pretty straightforward. It's apple brandy, it's rye whiskey, it's a little bit of sweetener, and it's orange bitters.
I hope it's not like the Elvis song. To be clear, I've never heard the Elvis song before called an American Trilogy. All I know is that it's a combination of 3 songs. And the very first song, it's talking about picking cotton and looking.
It's Dixie. It's I wish I was in the land of cotton. Old times they are not forgotten. Look away.
Okay, yeah.
Look
In the land of
away.
cotton, harvested by whom? The time
The song is
not
about
forgotten.
the internalized shame of.
I know it is.
But okay, then what's the next song?
The next song, I don't
the
remember.
next song?
Oh wait,
What's
Battle
the
Hymn of the
next song,
Republic.
Mr.
Battle Hymn of,
Discography?
isn't it Battle Hymn of the Republic?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. You know Battle from the.
I don't think you're doing When the Saints.
No, I'm
Go
doing
March.
this. No.
You're doing When the
no.
Saints.
I used to know Battle. I used to play it on the piano. You know how it goes. Battle Hymn of the Republic. Woohoo!
Battle Hymn of the Republic, and we know we're Republicans, and Republic want to Republic our Republic balls.
And then, this is
pretty cool. That's
Okay.
That's a cool feature. I didn't know.
Oh, I forgot about the
So-
dark Moscovado. Okay, this is really just a dark brown sugar, but like you don't commonly find brown sugar like this. Okay, Muscovado.
Muscovado.
It says India tree dark Muscovado sugar, imported from Mauritius. It's unrefined brown sugar with anyway. It's
that's-
brown sugar with a lot of.
Well, most of the time it's brown sugar with molasses in it. This is like extra enhanced.
Yeah.
And with that, what does it do to the flavor, James? Tell them about the flavor, James. I'm making a cocktail
Rich,
here. You tell them about the
Deep,
flavor.
complex.
Almost a little spice.
Yeah. I'm just gonna against my own will. We're doing it. We're doing it.
You've been snacking on that since I brought it over here. So the recipe calls for either brown sugar, muscovado, or demerara.
But this is different. The thing about demerara is that demerara just tastes like sugar. It's a little molassesy, a little bit more earthy. I think brown sugar, while fine, it doesn't taste like this, this is sweeter than your average brown sugar. It's richer. It has this deep kind of creamy flavor. This is a potent brown sugar. I think sometimes people put brown sugar and stuff and they go, I can't really taste it. I can't really taste it. You would be able to taste this. Look at the actual color of this. Look at how rich it is. Look how much molasses is. Look, it's like Play-Doh.
It's very tacky.
How much was this?
I think that only ended up running me like $7, which is kind of crazy for like, oh, I'm getting, a brick of sugar for that much.
Yeah,
but
but you're getting
if you
less than
compare that
processed.
to how much sugar cost in like the 1700s, that's, kind of a steal.
It is also pretty expensive, I think, for the amount of sugar you're getting, right? Which is it's 1 pound, 453 grams. You know what? Actually, no. What? Yes, because usually you get 5 pounds of sugar for anywhere between $3 to $8, depending on the type of sugar. That's for the big 5 pound bags. You can get the 1 pound of the brown sugar for like $3 or $4. So this is about twice as much. I would say it's worth it. This is richer. It has a heavier influence on the cocktail, and I think this would be absolutely fantastic inside of some pancakes or some waffles, actually.
I want to note too that my choice to bring the dark muscovado versus I know you have Demerara cubes.
Yeah.
And the original recipe would do it over a Demerara cube. Do the bitters, mash in the bitters, da. The recipe that I found via
Here we go.
Difford's Guide,
Oh boy.
the bartender's best friend,
I hope the bartender's best friend sponsor us.
says we should have done a simple syrup with a dark brown sugar in order to kind of give us a little bit more a little more flexibility and autonomy over the amount of.
Which makes sense why then you would bring this instead, because the higher moisture content due to the molasses, Demerara tends to be kind of hard and grainy, and you absolutely need to allow it to incorporate.
I believe New Yorkers say about Demerara sugar cubes, they're brick as fuck.
Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. You're not allowed to. No, it has to do with temperature, and it was not brick today. It was a little brick, actually. But it wasn't brick. It wasn't brick. It wasn't dead-ass brick. It wasn't brolic dead-ass brick. I am from New York.
Not
Leave me
dead
alone.
It was not.
It was
ass?
not dead ass. It was a live ass. No, yeah. This was and it's also extra fine. So
Extra fine.
I'm gonna be real and say that this is effectively powdered. This is almost powdered sugar.
But it's so clumpy.
Yeah, because
That's
of the
why
high
it's so
moisture.
tacky. Yeah.
It's because of the high moisture content. But like normally, if you made this the way that he just did, you would end up with a lot of sugar sediment on the bottom and a lot of separation. Even though he like barely said it, I don't see a lot. I don't see a lot of separation here either. Yeah, and look, I feel like this is really
Not a lot of sediment on the bottom.
no, it's not.
I feel like that was a pretty good emulsification on my half.
Yeah.
I do declare.
Honestly, this was a great choice.
Oh, I thank you.
This was a great choice. Yeah. I'm gonna be like, Jay, I'm trying to get him to leave make some fucking pancakes.
God,
tomorrow.
I'm so fucking excited to try this.
I forgot. I'm sorry. I broke the rules. I deserve a spanking.
What? wait, that's
Where's the? We got stuff in the bar.
Oh, I had a thing for this.
Oh, I got scared for a second. There's stuff down there.
Yeah, no.
Hey, listen, if you want,
We actually got a stocked bar now. That's kind of hot.
we also have our own link tree. All right.
Tell them about it.
Right, because like what I was doing before was because I'm live every day, I put the links for the podcast in my link tree, but now this is way better. We have our own, so if you want to support us and help us, then you can go to our link tree. But I also have it in mind. I have the link tree for this embedded in my link tree. So if you're in my link tree, you can find the podcast and all of our links.
What about my link tree?
Do you have a link tree?
No.
And our link tree is your Instagram.
I just wanted to feel a part of something.
Yeah. Chandler's Bumble Bear comedy website is in the link tree that he never posts to.
Actually, no, I changed it now.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sorry. It's
a Squarespace.
It's a Squarespace blog,
and it's called.
I forgot what it's
I
called.
think it's called like Off the Wagon.
I literally read it. It is Off the Wagon. Yeah,
Something
yeah.
like that. Anyway, that's where you can find some fun cocktail.
Yeah, some fun cocktail stuff
Some
that
of the
he
stuff
wrote.
that we feature. Some of my favorites that we've done on the pod.
I'm gonna write an article for it.
For the Off the Wagon.
I'm gonna write an article.
Hell yeah. So yeah,
Keep an eye out for an article.
Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna write some personal, because there's different kinds of articles you write for stuff like that, about cocktails and stuff like that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna write an article,
You should.
like a kind of cocktail based personal article.
I'll send it to my editor.
Keep an eye out for that.
I'm my editor.
Oh my god.
We'll see if you get passed.
Oh my god.
I should have gotten like a navel orange.
I'm gonna try to I'm not gonna edit I'm not gonna edit it, because if I edit it and it gets re-edited, no thank you. If I edit it and it gets re-edited,
It will destroy you.
I'm weak like that.
Cheers.
As they call it, this is
An American Trilogy.
an American trilogy. Racism, misogyny, and class inequity.
I will say though, all of those things sound bad, but this is a damn good cocktail.
Actually, to be honest, the inequities would taste the best.
Yeah.
That's always the best tasting part. It's the best part.
He was number one.
You know what?
No, that is.
Okay.
Tell him about it, James.
Okay.
Let him know.
Okay.
So this is
Okay.
kind of a riff, kind of a little how do you do, off of a rye old fashioned, but it introduces the apple brandy, and instead of using traditional Angostura bitters, it uses orange bitters, which, it's doing something, and it's kind of doing a lot.
This is fantastic. We talked about this before. The brandy from Shady Knoll tastes of apples in a way that I am not acclimated to when it comes to drinking brandy. There is no terroir when it comes to distilled spirits. But apparently, when it comes to Shady Knoll's brandy, the apple flavor comes through.
Well, the apple flavor isn't the terroir. The terroir would be like the soil in which the apples were grown.
Oh my god. But the apples come from the tree, which comes from the ground.
And peaches come from a can. And they were put there by a man.
I wanted to look at the Shady Knolls information. Binder of women.
A binder full of woman?
This was my because I was doing something on my radio show. Okay. I wanted to look at.
What do you got?
I got Bisan. She is a Palestinian activist. She is 23 years old,
And you're scouting her? That's crazy.
and she has not had the ability to be free. I got Willow Nightingale from AEW because Bisan, because Willow is awesome and hot, and she's part of the Babes of Wrath, because she's the babe
I think you should
with
go
the
for
power.
it. With the power of voodoo?
Hoodoo, yeah.
You do?
Come on, Laverne Cox, okay. Yeah, listen, okay. Lee beef patty, okay. Listen,
Look, it wouldn't be binders full of women unless he had some muscle mommies.
Listen, it was either she-bulk or lean beef patty. I'm kind of more she-bulky these days, but I don't know. Brat baby, come on, all day, every day. Charlie,
It's Charlie.
Dochi.
Yeah.
Dochi. I came in here looking for facts about apples, and instead I found beautiful women.
How do you like them apples?
How do you like them apples? And Shady Knoll.
I find the apples falling.
It's because I really wanted to look up the apple brandy.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to remember why it tastes so much of fucking apples, and there's more women in here.
Why does it taste like
Dylan
so
Mulvaney.
much? Because it has fucking wild yeasts, my dude. They don't put
That's
any
what it
additional
was.
distiller's yeast.
It was
They
the
use
wild
the
yeast.
natural wild yeasts.
Cardi B.
I think you might have a problem.
No, wait. I'm just trying to get I'm just trying to get the women out of the apple stuff. Megan.
What is the point you're encroaching upon? What are you trying to get to?
The binder full of women, by the way, was for something else.
Where does this bit end?
Okay. No, it's just I wanted to get the apple stuff, but I forgot that I put the apple stuff in the binder full of women. A shot of Shakur.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, come on, get out of here. Anyway, I was looking for the.
Is that Shirley Chisholm?
That is not. No, but actually, I was gonna print out a picture. That's good. I'm looking for the brandy one. Hold on. Single barrel rye whiskey.
Come on.
Okay, hold on.
God, I'm so.
4-grain whiskey.
It's finished in Madeira casks.
Oh, that's what it is.
You just had to ask.
Oh,
babes.
that's what it is.
You just have to ask me
That's
what
what
the
it is.
information is.
God,
I'm like a sponge.
Because the reality is that the apple flavor that comes through this is freaking. I was gonna say disgusting.
It's phenomenal.
It's phenomenal.
It's mind-boggling.
It's special. It's delicious. It's delectable. It's fantastic. I would serve this smoked straight like this.
I kind of wanted to.
Yeah, but the thing is broken. I know.
know.
Or even, I guess if you had to, a caramel apple sliced into wedges. So with the citrus, and also with like a little wedge of, so that you can drink it and then throw back a candle.
Okay, I hear you and I raise you. Instead of doing a caramel apple wedge, you do just an apple slice that's been half dipped in cinnamon sugar. So like just one side of it is cinnamon sugarized.
I got you.
And then you brulee it. God, that's
but when you
so
brulee,
extra.
bruleeing is doing what?
Shut up.
What is bruleeing doing?
Shut up. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, you came back around.
God,
But
yeah.
you could take it. Actually, I like it. The
But
caramel,
not like a caramel.
a sea salt, like a sea salty kind of caramelly.
Would you do anything to like fuck with the like
The actual-
recipe?
Actual recipe. I was thinking about it, and I would say
Because I kind of did a double. Like I did. It says like 2 or 3 splashes of bitters. I did like 6, but I also did double the amount of booze. And so when I made it for you earlier, I feel like it balanced it out. I feel like, because I know I was a little bit heavy on the orange bitters earlier. Does this feel better?
what I'll say is that
Tell me I'm good.
I know, right? Okay, BoJack.
I'd
I
rather
would
be
say
Sweet D.
I would say that the brandy is kind of carrying it. That's not a bad thing. I think that the cocktail is missing something, but I don't know. This is one of those hard things, which is it's all about execution. And it's like, okay, if I have a bar and I was serving this, how am I going to make it? And there's 3 ways to make it, right? There's the easiest way, there's a slightly elevated way, and there's like the true craft bar way. And
All right.
could this taste the best?
What's the easiest way?
The easiest way, of course, the brandy, the sugar, the oh, it also has rye in it, right? Am I bugging out? And a little bit of the rye, right? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You can stir it a little bit. You could probably even shake it, throw it over a cube. You know, nothing too fancy. Honestly, probably not even without the muscovado sugar. But to be real,
Probably like a Demerara cube. Or
be
even
real?
just a regular sugar cube.
$7 is actually not a lot. If the cocktail was like $13,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? You probably could still do this at the lowest level because it's not like, you know,
so good.
this is not like $1 billion. For the next level up, I probably would go to more execution. You know what I mean? So you keep the glass chilled. That's like, you know, that's like maybe like doing a good job spiraling the garnish. That's probably doing like
Or
a
I guess easiest version. Sorry to loop back.
Yeah,
The easiest version is you get just a dark brown sugar and make a simple syrup out of that. That's just a
I'm gonna be real.
like I'm thinking, okay,
This is it, I think.
your dive bar version, your like restaurant bar version, and then your like cocktail.
I'm gonna fuck you. I would dive bar this.
I'm gonna.
Do you know why?
Why?
You don't have to make simple syrup out of it
What? I agree, but like what?
because there's not a lot of labor involved in this due to the fact that it has the high moisture content, which leads to it breaking down easier, which we've noticed, which means that you wouldn't have to waste the labor making simple syrup. You could probably even batch this.
But
This is even a cocktail that you could probably batch.
well, if you batch it, then the sediment will settle.
They shake it. Come on.
Shake and not stir.
Come on. No, come on. I've worked at restaurants before. That could be part of the before you serve it, shake the container.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't think it's going to be a problem because we have not chugged this and there is no separation. The sugar's not going to the bottom.
And then you kind of talk about the affordability of the spirits, because what we did here was we got to use some of the most premium craft distilled spirits available to us. But, maybe you don't necessarily have access to an orchard micro distillery that's making exquisite 3-year aged brandy out of wait, what was it? 3 or 6?
No, it's more than that. It's some of it's 3. Now he's going into the binders full of women. That's all over the floor. Okay, Chandler.
No,
I missed the brandy's gone. It's not here. The brandy's gone.
And you didn't have brandy in your binder full of women?
No, I should. That would have been awesome. God, I failed. Okay, well that was a bit for something else, not for this. Okay, Oh wait, nope. We have the official Shady Knoll.
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, no, it was at least 3 years. Oh, yeah. I was right.
Yeah.
God,
I said I agree with you. I said it was 3
so smart
or more.
sometimes.
I agreed with you.
So if you don't have access to premium apple brandy, I got this Laird's straight apple brandy, bottled in bond, clocking in at around. Where's your ABV, Laird's?
There's something we gotta talk about, which is 1 billion %.
It's a 50%.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes I'm so fucking.
I'm be real.
dumb.
I was letting you find out because I knew it was bottled in bond. I seriously mean this, which is like what Shady Knoll is doing is both special and not. We're fortunate to be in New York City right now, which is in New York, which is an apple state, which is, surrounded by actual orchards, including amazing ones like Shady Knoll, which gives us the access. That's true. We're lucky to have the access, right?
Yeah.
So the question is not like if you're in a big city, you could most likely, as easy as you can get Laird's, get something like Shady Knoll that's local to you. But I'm going to be real. I know people in Oklahoma, and they don't have access to that.
And also sometimes shit's just expensive.
Yeah.
Like micro distillery stuff can run you anywhere between like over 50 a bottle to like maybe
But with reason,
150
though.
a bottle, just because they're not the big huge plants that are just pushing out juice. Laird's is pushing out juice, and their straight apple brandy pretty solid if you're in a mood to make apple brandy cocktails.
I will agree with that, mainly because while obviously Shady Knoll's brandy is significantly better, their brandy, their single barrel rye, their rye whiskey,
And they're New Jersey made.
it
So
would be absolutely
still pretty local.
That's still pretty local.
Still pretty local.
I think there's something about this though that I looked it up. I don't remember it, but it wasn't that much more expensive.
This?
No,
Or
the Shady Knoll.
Because this is like Laird's like top tier mass produced because they also do Applejack.
Oh
They
yeah,
do-
because this is the straight
That's
apple
apple
brandy.
brandy.
Yeah, because Applejack is their Applejack is
it can be a little funk,
Yeah.
a little wild,
yeah.
but still good. $36 retail. That's not bad.
I believe if I'm correct, Shady Knoll is at a minimum $8 to $15 more depending on where. Because it was like that. Would you say 35?
Yeah, like 35, 36,
So
35.99.
So 42-ish
Okay, wow.
to 50.
I'm gonna have to cop a bottle. Let my body wallow.
You know,
Don't act like a snobby model. You just hit the lotto.
there's something about the quality of the ingredients that sometimes matters and not. I would say probably better ingredients doesn't always make a better cocktail. You might not always have to use the best brandy to make a brandy cocktail, just like you might not have to use the best rye whiskey,
Which again,
but you could.
their single barrel rye was pretty fucking phenomenal.
Wasn't it award winning?
It was award winning.
Yeah, their single barrel rye is award winning.
But in the recipe testing for this cocktail, again, I love the version that we just made in front of you. The one that I had used in the recipe testing that I thought was also exceptional was Brooklyn 77 local rye and corn. Not a straight rye. It's a little corn rye. It's a little local. It's a little
village.
But I'd say this combo too. The brown sugar makes it. I'm curious as to if the bitters that we use, because we use the traditional orange Angostura. The original recipe calls for Regan's orange bitters, which are also pretty popular. Yeah, like you've seen those around. I'm pretty sure.
I've also had them. I don't know if I thought that they tasted super different.
Like, but also, what if maybe we did like 2-3 dashes of orange bitters, 1 dash of Angostura? Or do you think the molasses kind of does more of the heavy lifting there? Because I feel as though because it's such a molassesy sugar, it bolsters so much of those like spices and like kind of those peripheral flavors that really kind of help hone down and focus in on everything.
Angosura's bitters, including the orange bitters, have kind of a distinct taste. So like Hella bitters out of Hell's Kitchen.
Hella bitters.
You know, there are other orange bitters that I've had. I would say they don't taste the same. So that's kind of hard for me to, because this is what we have. You know what I mean? And it's like weird because I wouldn't say that they taste so different, but the Angostura orange bitters definitely taste different.
They bring the orange.
They do.
Some of
and
them
the spice though.
Yeah.
And the spice. Some bring only the orange. Some bring only the spice. Who brings both? Angostura.
Your mama.
Buy it wherever you can. Angostura doesn't sponsor us, but maybe one day. Angostura. Okay, Tom.
All right. I think.
Are you gonna make one of these here?
I probably should. What are we doing on time?
We have time.
Do we have enough time to?
We got a little time. We have a
mix
little
up one
time.
more?
Listen, this is not Behind the Bar. This is not Wasn't a Taste presents Behind the Bar presents The Tasting Table. This is Wasn't a Good Taste presents Behind the Bar. The bar's closed. You're our friend. You can't come back here, but you can hang here so that we can autistically dump in your direction about the stuff that we're drinking and things like that. So there you go. I mean, since you did it, I just decided.
I was just doing out of the mixing glass so that way I
well,
can.
too late now.
Oh fuck!
It's almost like there's more ice.
And that's what we call a one-sided telephone call.
Chandler,
Yeah.
we're gonna go. We have to go see Cats. The Jellicle
The
Ball.
Jellicle Ball.
We have to.
What?
Oh, yeah, talk away from the mic. Yeah, talk away from the mic so far that they can obviously not hear you. No. Everybody, Chandler Phillips wants to talk over here like you can hear him. Yeah. Hi, Chandler.
I don't even want to play anymore.
We have to see the Cash Jellicle Ball. I know you're making this thing, but I'm mentioning it on the show because I feel like we have to see it. And then we have to dress up like cats.
Like cats.
Yeah, we have to order some cat ears and stuff.
Oh, now we got to do some. Now we got to do some furry shit.
Here's the thing: we have a new set, right? I think we have to do like an intro for the episode where maybe we like film outside and go to the park and leap around like cats maybe even while.
You see,
I
how
feel that'd
much
be funny as shit.
elbow grease I'm putting into making this slurry so schlick.
God, this guy, he's look at him. Oh my God,
Do you see
I'm
how
moving my arm around in a
do you see
circle.
how meticulous I am at unclumping the clumps?
Hey, you see this,
You
ladies
see,
and ladies?
they call me Christmas with the cranks the way I'm fucking churning this shit out.
Yeah, they can barely fucking hear you. Look at that. I can literally see that they can barely hear you.
I'm putting the microphone in my hole.
No, you
and
gotta
telling me I'm
look.
not?
You gotta look at the mic. Look at this guy. Why is he still stirring? He didn't stir this long for the. This is not a simple syrup either. You heat up a simple syrup.
No, this is a complex syrup.
It is a complex. You know,
It's a syrup with a complex.
it is a complex syrup. You know that, right? What are you looking for? He lost. What did you lose? What did he lose?
I honestly, I don't know where it went. Oh,
God, are you? This fucking guy.
God damn it! Shut up.
Okay,
Shut
you know
up.
what? New host time. Bone James, come on over.
Are you gonna get him?
No, I'm not doing that. You're out of your fucking mind.
Go get him.
No, I'm definitely not doing that. Look at this guy. This guy's like step out of frame. This guy is like,
fucking,
oh yeah.
Fuck with your whole camera aperture.
Hold
and
on.
Your focus and your.
I love the idea of behind the bar. I'm bringing you in behind the scenes. All right. I love the idea of behind the bar starting composed and falling apart.
That's the whole point.
There's some no.
That's the
for
whole-
you. That's the point.
That
I
is
must
the-
be prim and proper the entire time. Tell me otherwise, you're gonna be racist. Did you hear what he just called me?
6 years ago.
You see what he just called me? You couldn't hear him because he was away from the mic.
6 years ago, we had an idea for a show that starts out composed and informational and educatory.
That's true.
And we said, wouldn't it be funny if we got shit-faced throughout the show?
Ugh.
And then that's the bit.
You ever talk about something serious and get drunk? You ever talk about something mildly serious and get drunk? You ever talk about something not serious and got drunk? You ever talk about something really wild and got drunk? That's what the show is. I was trying to explain it to somebody, and I was like, oh yeah, this is the best way to explain it, is that was that in good taste is the conversation around drinks, right? You have fun conversations around drinks. You have serious conversations around drinks. You know,
I was like 5 rounds into my drinks last night, and it was like 6 a.m. and I was trying to have a very earnest conversation with someone about whether or not they should rent strike.
I turned Chandler up because
I'm talking into the fucking microphone. God damn it.
you were like drunk as shit. This guy's like 5'6" in. He's like, you need to rent strike.
I was drunk as shit. I'm like, okay, all right, but like, have you lodged complaints with 311, and do you have like an actual physical record or even a digital record of the amount of times that you have addressed the complaint and it wasn't addressed in a adequate amount of time? Because that time would be like 3 weeks. I think there's like, you're kind of on grounds that if you want to withhold rent to make your own renovations, then you're within your rights to do so. And also there's the Department of Housing that you could check in. And I was like, I was a little blitzed.
Yeah.
But it was a very earnest conversation.
I'm gonna be real. I always say this. Those are the best kind of conversations. I would say that as a person who talks about politics a lot, both for work and not, that people who are bigots, you cannot win with a conversation. But people
I wasn't talking to a bigot. I was talking
Hold
to
on.
someone who needed to have fucking central AC.
This guy is definitely smashed. Talking to a bigot, you're not going to win. But most people, while most people might hold bigoted views, most people, their identity is not bigot. Most people really want food.
James, that transition implies that either I was a
No.
bigot or the person I'm talking
No,
to
I was
going
to. I was gonna continue because
right.
there's different types. I use the extreme first, which is the bigot. The least extreme is the not
Smollett.
bigot. Oh my god, that's good though. I spend a lot of time thinking about the most effective ways to talk about that kind of stuff, and the best way is to normalize it. Nobody wants to hear about stuff after a hard day of work when they're sober and they're upset and stressed and like, outside walking between their green slop lunch and their job. But like when you're talking to somebody in a personal way and you've relaxed a little bit and you're both comfortable with each other to be like earnest about each other, that's when those conversations had. Those conversations used to be, talking about women in certain ways, but like I think that changing it from like, yeah, you need to fuck some broads to being like, yeah, I mean, I could teach you how to eat some pussy and also to not be exploited. Because, frankly, you should not allow yourself to be exploited. But
you should also know how to eat pussy.
You should. No. And nobody wants to be the person who's being too serious at the wrong time. You gotta be chill, right?
Yeah. No, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me? I'm saying you got to be chill. It's important.
I'm looking at you because because we went from casual conversation and you're like, now if you confront a bigot in a bar.
Well, hold on.
And
can I say though that it would have, if you wouldn't have been drunk and said something, my transition would have been secondly I put the hard thing first to approach the lighter thing second.
You did the opposite of put the pill in the hot dog.
Yeah, because the problem is if you're talking about something and you say the bigot part second, people are like, oh, so you say the bigot part first. If you're talking to a bigot, obviously they're not going to agree with you, and it's kind of a waste of your time. But if you're talking to a friend at a bar, you can't fucking do it. If you're hanging out with somebody at a bar,
hang out with someone and they say, yeah,
I hate those trans people. No, not me. Oh, I'm gonna get fucking clipped. No, I'm just saying.
You're the editor.
You have to start. I'm gonna leave it in there. You got to start off with the heavy stuff first, so that people, because everybody's annoyed with that stuff.
Yeah.
So you start off. Everybody talks about the stuff you're tired about first, and then you go, yeah, that shit's annoying. And then you continue to talk about it, but like not in a way that's stressful and super annoying and very overwhelming. That's the whole point of the drinks. People romanticize like the beatnik era and stuff like that, right? They're like, they're sitting in cafes, writing on the road and shit and drinking fucking coffee. And they were having conversations, but they were talking about bullshit. People now are cool, okay? You ever been to a bar, talk to somebody, regardless of gender, talk about funny things, politics, and then fuck? Best thing ever, okay? So I'm just saying that maybe don't start talking to people about dialectical materialism. Maybe get drunk first, mention a rent strike, and then fuck. There you go. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
Yeah. But this guy's like, hey, I was gonna go to. I started with the first part, and I was gonna go to the second part. You know what? I didn't say, oh, well, blah blah blah. Trump got rid of transgender rights or whatever. No, I didn't do that this time. I'm doing it now, but I didn't do it then. I was just saying that you can't talk to bigots, but most people aren't bigots. Even people who suck generally have bad opinions. But they're not the world's worst people. And if you're at a bar with somebody in Brooklyn, I don't know. They probably shouldn't be the worst fucking person on the entire planet. But hey, that's just me. I also don't be in places where bigots be at. So there you go. I'm going to drink the American Three-Way. And also, how can you drink the American Three-Way?
You know what? That's what it is.
It is the American Three-Way. And I'm going to drink it. And when I say this, which is, I'm going to drink the American Three-Way while I be woke. Because guess what? If you're not woke, quote unquote, you don't get to have the American three-way. Instead, you get to have boring, lame, missionary intercourse where you look at each other kind of ashamed. You both finish, and it's kind of awkward, and you both roll over back to back. No, thank you. We could play Smash Brothers after, or we could do parallel play. Thank you very much.
I think you said American three-way, and I think there's something to be said about that. Because
Three ways are America.
three ways are American. But if you think about it, the ingredients that are represented in this cocktail are a bit indicative of the foundational kind of theologies, or the foundational mythos of America. And hear me out.
I thought he was going to say a three-way.
Not a three-way.
Okay, okay, here we go. James is being too serious.
No,
I start
James
talking
is
about-
being too sexual.
Yeah, I know,
That's
right?
He's being serious
Oh,
about
okay.
being sexual. That's the problem. No, the American three-way that we have going on here is we have these three spirits, but
Okay, not this one because this one's English.
Angostura,
Is it English or English? Because the Kings and Queens seal.
New Orleans,
But what about
Louisiana.
what about the Queen's seal?
Remember when we did the Trinidad Sour? And we
But the
talked
Queen's
about-
seal. Oh, I remember. Oh, you're right.
Angostura is Creole.
It's been colonized.
So the Demerara sugar, indicative of the transatlantic slave trade. The apple brandy of the American auspicious dream that we can, the kind of the Johnny Appleseed mythos.
Pull yourself up by your apple trees.
And just, but also commune with nature in a way that's like, I'm going to go around, I'm going to plant these apple trees altruistically. But
But it was though.
but that's the mythos.
Yeah,
Johnny
the-
Appleseed was a capitalist.
yeah. But the mythos is that it's because you don't have food, and like the mythos is anti-capitalist, but it's like faux. The reality is capitalist, but that's good as fuck. Yeah.
And Ryan corn grains are indigenous. The native grains that were harvested here and developed.
This guy's being so okay.
This really is. It's a threesome of sorts, but the things that are represented here kind of echo the both the immigration stories of countless American identities, as well as are consolidated into one drink that's kind of encapsulated by the old-fashioned. Kind of a new wave history compared to, things that are maybe European recipes that that can actually trace their lineage back centuries. The old fashioned is a relatively new trend in the alcohol industry, as far as like
Relatively, yeah.
it's a pioneer, really.
Oh, it is.
It's
Yeah.
a pioneer of cocktailology.
I mean, the whole. I mean, cocktails as they exist didn't exist the way that they do now. Really, before the old fashioned and its direct predecessors, and it
But with
not
that
at all.
said, plenty of liqueurs that exist. Like chartreuse can trace itself back to the fucking 1300s or so. There are so many other drinks that are much older, but the old fashioned is kind of
Oh my God,
nouveau classico.
chartreuse and all those other spirits that were like aperitifs or digestifs. Those are effectively the cocktail in the can.
They are, yeah.
Though
Whoa.
they are
Whoa.
though. Those are cocktail in the can of
Those were the high noons of their time.
They kind of were, because a lot of them started off, as we've talked before, being like tinctures and things like that, things to help you with your health. But once people started to learn not even that long ago that actually they don't help you. They recognize and appreciated their intoxicating effects.
Well, they don't not help.
Yeah, but I mean, they help in a different way. They
help in a different
you know,
way.
if you drink too much, it harms you.
Yeah.
If you drink very, very little, it can maybe help you a little bit, but it helps you socially.
In the way that, like, chartreuse is a high ABV thing, it can kind of kill bacteria in your mouth. So if you are having some sort of, like, toothache, you know, it'll help kind of keep down on that whole thing. But all that to say, the American trifecta.
The American Threesome.
Trilogy, some may say. Great cocktail. Big fan.
Fantastic. I would say that because I don't want to harp too long about the version that has the Lairds in it, but I want to say that obviously the Shady Knoll version, the brandy cuts through significantly in a way that
Shady Knoll fucking does
it
work.
kind of elevates the cocktail. But like if I were to get the cocktail normally, I'm sure that the $5 difference is probably Laird's versus Shady Knoll, and that's more of a financial issue. And that's not a Shady Knoll issue. That is just an economic issue, which is why Chandler, before the live ends, I had to do this.
What?
I wanted to do a land acknowledgement
To Shady Knoll?
I would be real and say that I make fun of land acknowledgements because from what I understand, they do exist up here in the Northeast, but not as much as they do in the West Coast and in Canada and a lot of other places. You know what I mean? Because, you know, we killed the indigenous people here and then erased them. So that's why the streets aren't named after them and stuff like that or whatever. But the land acknowledgement always seems funny to me because people do it and they don't change anything. But at the same time, how can you have an American threesome? Which I love calling it that because the minute, like, I think that Dixie song is kind of weird. I also think that the third song, which I forgot the name, which is the African American, like kind of spiritual, is also kind of like played out.
All My Trials, I think it was.
No. I am here for the land. You cannot beat the apples from the land of New York. You cannot beat the rock from the land of New York.
This land is my land.
I want to acknowledge the land,
From California,
both comically and earnestly, of the people who've been here before us and the people who will be here after us. Was that in good taste? Both honestly
This land was
and
made for
comically
you and me.
appreciates the land that we come from. I say that both seriously and not. This one is to you.
This has been such a very exceptional episode of Was That in Good Taste presents Behind the Bar. This will definitely be one of the reoccurring cocktails in my personal repertoire. I'm adding it to the Rolodex. Big fan. Big kind of like, I don't know, historical rhetoric to it too. So
The American Threesome.
You betcha I'm going to be writing an article
Chandler,
about this.
I'm gonna hit you something real quick.
Hit me.
In the very last minute, you don't know. I'm doing a community cookbook. We're making a zine.
Yeah.
It's gonna come out every month.
What are you cooking?
So it's gonna be to help people make stuff and to help them make it easier to learn how to make stuff. I want to have things in there to help people make stuff easily.
Yeah.
I want to do a cocktail every month.
That sounds fun. Let's do that. All right.
You know what they say?
What's up?
Drinking is not required.
But
Community
it's recommended.